Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Zaia and welcome to yet another episode on the Carnuba Detailing YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to go ahead and show you how to wash and decontaminate a boat. Now, if you are a professional detailer, maybe a DIY enthusiast who just purchased a boat, you want to go ahead and make sure you give it a proper wash after each time you take it out on the water, but also prior to any type of correction or coating application. 23-foot boat that we have in the studio location today is going to receive a correction, I should say more so of a gel coat enhancement, and also a 1-year coating as well. So we have to go ahead and make sure that the gel coat surface is perfectly cleaned and perfected prior to doing any of those next steps. So make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification button so you can see the correction process and then also the coating process as well in future videos. Besides that, if you have any questions, throw them in the comment section below. We're a professional certified detailer. We go ahead and help you answer them, okay? Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Hello and welcome to Carnuba Detailing, your premium detailing experience. A professional detailing studio providing you, the consumer, enthusiasts, and professional detailers alike, high-quality detailing services, education, and content. If you enjoy connecting with industry leaders, how-tos and reviews, and business-oriented podcasts, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy.
Alright guys, so right behind me with this beautiful Super Air Natique in this light blue and white color scheme, it is about 23.5 feet. So if you are all curious about our services, or maybe you are a detailer thinking about getting into RV and boat detailing later down the line, we do go ahead and charge by foot when it comes to vehicles such as these, and it's all going to depend on the services that you're looking for at the time. So besides that, guys, we're going to go ahead and go through the full wash and decomp process. We have a lot of water etchings and watermarks and things of that nature. They have been on the surface of this fiberglass and gel coat for over a year now. So the first thing we got to go ahead and do is give it a quality acid bath. Now what this is going to do on the surface of the gel coat, it's going to go ahead and break down the mineral deposits of the water spots and etching, helping us throughout the paint correction or paint enhancement process later down the line in the coating application as well. But of course, if you apply acid to any surface, you're going to have to go ahead and neutralize it. So we are actually going to be washing this boat about 2 to 3 times. The first go around is going to be the acid wash to safely eliminate all the water etchings and things of that nature on the surface of the boat. After that, we go ahead and neutralize the acid with an alkaline-based cleaner soap, and then after that point, we go ahead and thoroughly wash it with a pH-neutral soap as well. So there's going to be about 2 to 3 wash processes that we're going to go through on the boat just to make sure we safely decontaminate, get rid of all the watermarks and etchings, or at least the deposits of the water spots, and then go ahead and neutralize the acid cleaner after that point as well. If you do not neutralize the acid cleaner, it will continually degrade and erode whatever surface you have put it on. So whether you're cleaning wheels, whether you're cleaning fiberglass paint, whatever it may be, acid-based cleaners must be neutralized after being used. And there are a lot of detailers out there that just apply acid-based degreasers and cleaners to wheels and things of that nature and rinse it off with water and call it a day. That is how you degrade the finish of your rims. That's how you degrade the finish of your gel coat and all of that stuff. So you've got to make sure that you properly neutralize the acid-based cleaner with some type of an alkaline-based cleaner on the pH scale.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with this. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what we're going to be needing today. You're going to need a few products, also a few tools. Tools are very simple. A nice soft bristle detailing brush, quality drying towel. Today I'm using the Gauntlet from the Rag Company. Any Chanel or microfiber wash mat. Also, this is going to be the acid cleaner that we're going to use from HyperClean, the Total Auto Solutions. We're also going to be using Extreme Clean, which is our alkaline-based all-purpose cleaner from Mark V, a foam cannon, and then also one of our soap solutions from Total Auto Solution, which is referred to as S. Simple enough, right? There's that soft bristle brush over there. Let's go ahead and get started. You want to make sure you wear gloves, wear shoes. Do not be wearing sandals or something while using acid. I am wearing shorts here with a short sleeve t-shirt as well, but if If you feel more comfortable, go ahead and put on a long sleeve t-shirt and maybe some pants. It's all up to you. If you are using acid on a regular basis, you might also want to be using a face mask because that acid does get into the air and you can breathe it in. It's not permanently harmful, but you do get some irritation to your throat and lungs if you do use this stuff on a regular basis. So just be precautious, but go ahead and spray on the acid onto the surface that you're working on. Make sure to give it a nice quality pre-rinse and also a little bit in your Chanel wash mitt and your detailing brush. I also put just a few ounces, about 3 to 4 ounces in my wash bucket just to give it a little bit more oomph. This process is very simple, guys. I work it section by section, making sure to get all the little nooks and crannies of the logos, the letters, the trim pieces, the plastics. You got to get all up in there to make sure that you remove all those hard water spots and mineral deposits. Now, again, guys, I think I mentioned this before. You're going to have hard water spots, but if those spots and mineral deposits have been left on the surface long enough, they can be turned into etchings, and I'll show you that in the next few clips to show you an example of what an etching looks like rather than just a water spot. But again, guys, POV view, spray it on the surface, go ahead and wipe it down just like you were washing off a vehicle. Very simple, very easy. Continue this process and make sure to go ahead and rinse off each section thoroughly after you're done cleaning it up with your acid-based solution. After that, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is the alkaline-based degreaser / all-purpose cleaner to go ahead and neutralize the acid solution. Now, here are the results of our initial acid-based wash. We went ahead and removed the majority of the water spots and mineral deposits on the surface. As you can see, all the trim pieces and rubbers and gel coat surfaces, the mineral deposits have been removed. What is left over is going to be the hazing, the scratching, and also some of the etching from the water spots have been left on there too long in the sun and have etched themselves inside of the gel coat surface. So that needs to be removed with correction. But let's go ahead and move on to our next step, guys.
Alright guys, so we just completed the acid wash on the boat over here, making sure to remove all those mineral deposits and water spots off the surface of the gel coat. Now we have to go ahead and neutralize that acid. You could do it in two ways. You're still going to have to use some type of alkaline-based degreaser, all-purpose cleaner, or soap solution to go ahead and neutralize it, but you can go ahead and speed up the process by getting some regular automotive solution soap. I'm going to be using S from Total Auto Solutions, which is a highly concentrated soap solution that has great cleaning power and great lubricity as well. And I'm going to go ahead and mix some MAC all-purpose automotive extreme cleaner. Now this is also alkaline based as well, so we're going to go ahead and neutralize the acid based cleaner that we just performed on the vehicle, and making sure that that acid does not continually work on the surface of the gel coat. So we can go ahead, clay bar the surface, and then move on to the paint enhancement, or should I say gel coat enhancement and correction process, then continuing on to our ceramic coating.
All right, guys, so in my foam cannon, I have about 2 ounces of Total Auto Solutions S, which is our soap solution, and then also about 2 to 3 ounces of Max Extreme Clean, which is our alkaline-based all-purpose cleaner. Now, the Extreme Clean does kind of limit the foaming action that you get out of your foam cannon. As you can see, it's not the best. This is not the soap's fault. It's more so of that alkaline all-purpose cleaner. It just doesn't foam up really well. Sometimes when you mix up solutions like that, it just does not make very good foam. But as long as you get that solution onto the surface of the gel coat, you're going to get that alkaline base cleaner on there, which is going to go ahead and neutralize the acid, which is our main priority. After that, guys, let's go ahead and wash the vehicle normally. You can work this in larger sections because you're not working with acid right now. And then go ahead and make sure to thoroughly rinse off the surface of the gel coat. After I'm done washing the vehicle, guys, I make sure to thoroughly rinse all the soap and alkaline-based cleaner off the surface, and then I go ahead and move on to the trailer and also the rims and tires. I am using Brake Buster, diluted 5-to-1, and an IK12 foamer. This tool is amazing, and paired with Brake Buster 5-to-1, it is even better. Again, Brake Buster diluted 5-to-1 is going to be for medium soil to lightly soiled wheels. It does a great job breaking down all the gunk and grime on the tire, but also pulling off all that brake dust or whatever grime that you have on your rim as well. And it also leaves behind rust inhibitors for the rotors and things of that nature. So you are also leaving some protection from iron deposits and fallout onto the rim and tire itself. So all those combined together, guys, there's a reason why I still use Brake Buster at the shop. Yes, there are other stronger wheel cleaning solutions on the market that I do have and utilize in specific scenarios, but Brake Buster is my go-to diluted 5-to-1 and also full strength.
Alright guys, so now that we've went ahead and provided the gel coat and acid bath to remove all the water deposits and mineral etching on the surface of the vehicle, and we went ahead and neutralized that acid with an alkaline-based cleaner, we got to go ahead and remove all the embedded contamination on the surface of the fiberglass, glass, and also gel coat. In order to do that, we're going to use a very light to mild clay mitt or clay bar, your preference, it's all up to you. Reason I'm using a clay mitt is a lot more surface area. Obviously, we got a 23+ foot boat over here that we're working on. So if we were using a regular traditional clay bar, it would take us forever to do so. So increasing your surface area of your clay media, you're gonna go ahead through the process a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently, getting the same or even better results at the end of the day. In order to lubricate the surface, I'm just gonna utilize the DI leftover water from my final rinse after my final wash process, and then also a mix of 256:1 optimum no rinse. Now typically clay bars and clay mitts come in packages with quick detailers and things such as that. I try to avoid quick details because they do have slicking agents and polymer agents that make the surface artificially slick, giving you the mimic version of a decontamination, a decon surface, excuse me. I avoid those because of that reason. I want to make sure that the surface is slick because it's contamination free, not because there's agents and polymer slick agents that go ahead and aid in making it feel slick. That's why I use Optimum No Rinse, because the polymers in here just provide lubrication and also a little bit of cleaning ability along the way. So let's go ahead and clay the surface of the vehicle. Just like any automotive clear coat, you want to make sure you're going in straight line back and forth motions. I'll show you guys real quick. Just spray your Optimum No Rinse solution over there and make sure your clay mitt has also been pre-washed from your last vehicle or using a fresh one. And then just lightly, with little to no pressure, go ahead and clay the surface that you're working on. Now this clay mitt is going to go ahead and work on your glass surfaces as well, decontaminating and making sure the pores of the glass are perfectly clean. But you want to make sure you're working section by section, and after completing maybe a 3 or 4x4 section across the vehicle, go ahead and rinse out your clay mitt and remove all that contamination that you removed from this gel coat from your clay mitt to the floor or your wash bucket or whatever it may be. You want to make sure you keep your clay mitt clean throughout the whole vehicle so you're not scratching up the gel coat and fiberglass of the vehicle. Continue this process throughout the whole thing. After you're finished, we're going to go ahead and move on to the drying process. Alright guys, so just to recap, acid wash, alkaline base wash to neutralize the acid. We went ahead and clayed all the fiberglass, gel coated, and also glass surfaces of the boat. Now it's time to go ahead and dry off the surface from any leftover deionized water that we used to rinse off, but also any of that ONR solution that we went ahead and finished the clay surface with as well. In order to do that, I got a little Works blower over here. There's master blasters and things like that on the market that you can go ahead and utilize. I just use this to get all the little emblems and nooks and crannies blown out, making sure there's no water residue in there in here on our paint correction. I keep saying paint correction, gel coat correction process, excuse me. And then also over here, I have this massive towel. This is a Gauntlet from the Rag Company. I love this thing. It's my go-to drying towel for both cars and boats and RVs. They come in multiple sizes, but it's super soft, super absorbent, and one towel with the amount of water that we have on the surface right now with this boat is going to go ahead and take care of this whole thing, guys, with no issues at all. You don't have to wring it out. Super easy to use and super gentle on the gel coat as well, making sure that you're not going to go ahead and scratch the surface. So I'm going to go ahead and dry off the vehicle, make sure to blow out all the nooks and crannies as well, so we can go ahead for our next video on the gel coat enhancement and correction process. And then from there on, we're going to go ahead and coat it after that as well. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. We went ahead and removed the majority of the watermarks and mineral deposits on the surface of the gel coat fiberglass and glass. Whatever is left over has become an etching on the surface of the gel coat, meaning we will have to go ahead and either compound it or polish it off of the surface. Just like anything else, guys, if you leave something on your vehicle long enough that's not supposed to be there, it's gonna cause permanent damage. And that's the biggest difference between something like a water spot or a mineral deposit from an actual water or mineral etching on the surface of your gel coat, clear coat, fiberglass, glass, whatever it may be. So the longer you leave that there, the worse it's going to be for you. So you want to make sure you address it quickly. I am honestly surprised that we have so little amount of etching on the surface compared to some other boats that I've seen in the past, especially since a lot of these water spots and mineral deposits have been on the surface of this boat for over a year now, or ever since when my customer has purchased the vehicle itself. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump back into the lobby, cool down a little bit, do a quick overview of everything that went on, some of the products that we utilize, my experiences with those products, and then sum up the rest of this video, guys. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, guys, thank you again for joining me back in the lobby. I just want to go ahead and sum up really quick and maybe answer some of your marine detailing questions. I'm sure you guys might run into a lot of issues that we did not address in today's video. The biggest issue that we saw today was contamination, mineral deposits, and water spots and etching. Now, when it comes to gel coat surfaces in general, they're a lot more resilient when it comes to scratches and things like that compared to something like an automotive clear coat on your average car, but they are really hindered by things such as oxidation and things of that nature. So you're probably going to run into a boat sooner or later that's going to have some pretty bad oxidation on it. Now, in order to address that, even though this vehicle did not have that oxidation, an alkaline-based all-purpose cleaner or some type of soap solution will go ahead and really knock down a lot of that oxidation safely from the vehicle, saving you a lot of time. Typically, after that point, you're going to go ahead, and have to decide whether you're going to have to compound the rest of the oxidation out, or polish it out, or do an all-in-one or something like that. And let me tell you guys, sooner or later, you will run into an older boat, RV, gel-coated surface with some type of oxidation or some type of defect or etching or something of that nature, and there's just no way to help it. I've ran into some vehicles out there that had some really bad oxidation, and the gel coat has failed so badly that even after we restore it, that oxidation comes back just a few weeks to maybe a month later, even with a sealant or a coating on top of it. At that point, that gel coat has completely failed. You're probably going to need to resurface the actual fiberglass itself and re-gel coat the surface as well. So those types of issues you might run into in the future if you are doing this as a professional or a DIY guy, girl, or enthusiast. So I just want to give you a heads up. We all run into them. It's okay if you can't make it happen, because sometimes even a professional cannot make it happen for people. And I just want to explain that thoroughly. We cannot solve every single problem out there. When clear coat has failed, clear coat has failed. When gel coat has failed, gel coat has failed. When there's a scratch too deep, the scratch is too deep. Do not risk damaging even more of the vehicle that you're working on just because you want to remove a scratch or remove some oxidation off of some paint and burn through the paint completely. So those are just things you have to take in consideration as a detailer and make sure that you conserve the vehicle that you're working on and still try to make it as good as possible or good looking as possible and protected as well for your customer or clientele. These are all things you have to keep in mind, guys. Besides that, if you guys have any questions on the products that we use today, all the links are in the description below. And if you do have any questions on the process or products or whatever it may be, throw them in the comment section below, guys, where myself or another professional detailer would go ahead and answer those questions for you. But like always, remember to hit that subscribe button, the notification button, and also the like button if you guys enjoyed this video. We try to put out videos to you on a weekly. Sometimes it does get busy here in the shop location, so we try our best in producing videos and going to events and pushing those out to you, but at the same time we do have to run this place to the best of our ability too. I'm pretty much one guy at this moment in time. Sometimes I do have a hand and a helper here or there, but I will be bringing on people for the Carnauba detailing team to make sure that you guys get even more content that's better, more educational, and a lot more fun as well. So keep a lookout, make sure to stay subscribed, make sure to follow us on our social media as well, like Instagram and Facebook and all those platforms as well, because there will be more content being pushed out pretty soon. I'm revamping a few things and making sure that everything is dialed in for you guys. Like always, thank you for watching and have a great rest of the day.